Hello, welcome back to Father of Two Plays Pillars of Eternity. So we're just about to head to Dunride Road to speak.
Oh, do you want one too? Sorry, I meant for Isilmir. I'll get you one too.
We're going to talk to the Lady Webb upstairs,
Of course,
in Dunride Road. So I was very interested when I read the book about this agency. It looks like they might be the counterpoint to the Leaden Key. Let's find out what they're all about and what Lady Webb wants with us. Yeah, so Lady Webb will see you now. Did we check all these rooms? I feel like we didn't. I think, actually, no, I seem to remember there being nothing we could pick up in this room. Yeah, just stealing. Okay, let's go see Lady Webb, then. I'd like to up my resolve, to be honest. I'd like my main character to have more resolve in the future. Okay. There she is. Looks like she lives and sleeps and studies all in the same room. This woman clutches a thick stack of parchment with spindly, wrinkled fingers, their flesh stretched thin to near translucence with extreme age, a gossamer veil over pale blue veins. Ink splotches and candle burns dot and stripe her hands like a quilt patterned after some great, indescribable truth. She does not look up from her reading.
A miracle that would make the reincarnation of Aothis look like a child's cantrip, surely. It doesn't draw the most inspired minds messaging. They failed me so many times of late, I nearly sent a cipher after you instead. So this is the Watcher who took over Cad Noir. Oh, don't look so surprised. It isn't an attractive expression. I wouldn't be where I am for long if I let details like that escape me.
She glances up from her readings for the first time and looks you over. This is exactly what I would picture Alof's mother to be like.
Sanitarium that you seem to have gotten yourself into the middle of. What in blazes possessed you to stir that nest of trouble? Strange.
I'm investigating a strange group.
Describe them. The practices of the Leaden Key defy all reason. You're not the only one with an interest in their recent activities. I've lost 4 ciphers this year alone trying to get someone inside their ranks. As it is, we only have our suspicions about who is in the group and what they intend, which I suppose means we have much in common with them. I asked you here because I wanted to know what your interest was in all of this. I thought perhaps we might help each other. Why are you looking for the Leaden Key?
One of their members caused my soul to awaken. I need him to reverse it. I don't know if I will want to reverse it. To be honest, I ran across a man in one of the ruins. It's important that ruins, sorry, not runes. It's important that I find him again. She closes her eyes, the lids flicker, then her face goes still, her mouth parts, little more than a sliver, and her hand briefly drops open, spilling some of her parchment to the ground, the pages wafting around her legs like the leaves of a dying tree. Her fleshy eyelids peel back, and her gaze is immediately upon you.
Gods are cruel, I'm afraid. The man you seek is Theos Ix Arcanon, Grand Master of the Leaden Key. One of the most elusive and dangerous men Eora has ever known.
Okay, it's Eora, not Eora, okay.
Because you have
how do
seen
you
his
know I
face,
seek
and
Theos?
that makes it a simple matter for me to see it. You even happened to catch him in his ceremonial garb, it seems. It must have been a special occasion. More than
Well, what can you
most,
tell me
though
about
very
Theos?
few would know so much as his name. And there is no way of knowing how much of what I've read is true. The leaden key dates back more than 2,000 years. If rumors are to be believed, Theos was the one who created it. What scraps of evidence exist suggest that he has died many times, only to be reborn each time exactly the same man, awakened during adolescence with all the knowledge and experience of all his lifetimes. The plots he orchestrates sometimes take hundreds of years to bear fruit. Needless to say, this is not the natural order of things. But he is said to be one of Woodica's favored, and that old bat was never one to let rules get in the way of favoritism. That may also explain another supposed gift of his. His body is no boundary to his soul, and he is known to take possession of others, if their souls are weak enough. Often it is for elaborate deceptions, but sometimes he simply forces them to kill themselves. He is not known for his generous supply of pity. He is also not one to show himself in any but their most critical matters. If he has directly involved himself in whatever the group plots now, it may be your only chance to find him. And once you do find him, if you can find him, I would not hold my hopes too high if I were you. He is a driven, single-minded man. He will not have the slightest concern for your problems.
But he recognized me.
The same way
how do you know so much about Theos?
knowledge. Exhaustive research, spying, bribery, perhaps some less savory measures. Whatever the knowledge demands, I pay in full. There is nothing of greater value. Unfortunately, with Theos, there is also nothing more scarce. He has covered his tracks far too well. His manipulations of the course of history are lost to time now, though I believe they were many.
She looks down at her hand, rubbing at an old scar. What else is there to know about the leaden key?
You may know much of it already. No one member knows the identity of more than a handful of other members. They are kept in the dark of missions they are not involved in, or sometimes of those they are involved in. They exist to hide secrets they themselves don't know, if you can imagine how gullible someone must be for that to appeal. Despite that,
yeah, I
they are
guess I
very
can.
good at what they do, owing much to their founder, who will take matters into his own hands when necessary, and he does not fail. Keep me informed.
What do you want from me?
The leaden key has been busy lately, and that is distressing news. I can only guess as to what they intend. You seem to have a knack for turning the stones they've crawled beneath. Keep turning them. Dunreed Row will not stop you.
Okay,
Whatever it
Dunreed.
is they're up to,
Fair enough.
figuring it out will be of great use to both of us. In your case, it will surely point you to Theos. In return, I will share our knowledge with you as we learn it, and provide you with what assistance I can. If you
Well, we
find
need
your
allies,
trail
very
has
well.
run cold, come to me with whatever you have. There is much I may be able to do for you.
There's something I can tell you about the Leaden
Well,
Key's
let's hear it.
operations. I found Theus in Brackenbury Sanitarium impersonating a patient. He was trying to damage the public's opinion of animancy.
It is unlike Theos to leave witnesses. He must be furious.
Her eyebrows raise, 2 painted lines over barren, sloughing skin, her forehead a lattice of wrinkles upon wrinkles, the corner of her mouth
perks. He did not aid you as you'd hoped, I take it? Well, take heart. With any luck, when he has finished his business, he will surely come and find you again, if only to kill you while you sleep.
Oh yeah, I'll take heart for sure in that.
Thanks. Yours makes sense, of course. To dabble in animancy is to puzzle over the secrets of the gods. This would not be the Leaden Key's first action against it. But if this is connected to their other activities, we may be in for something on a much larger scale. If we can learn more about their goals and methods, perhaps we can get the palace behind us. With Avar's support, we may be able to put a stop to this.
Alright, that's all.
Yes?
I have other questions, I guess? Tell me more about Dunride Row, or Dunreed.
Ask me about work. Deerwood is a rebel country. Conflict is in its blood. If you think a few guards posted in our cities keep chaos at bay, you are very new to town indeed.
She shakes her head irritably.
We are investigators, of course. But what we really are is its last barrier against anarchy. People are more at ease when they believe they are watched over by someone more enlightened than they are. It pacifies them. So that is the image we foster. And we do try to be enlightened for their sake. The knowledge we gather here is Deerwood's standing army in many ways. We learn what's vital and we act on it while Deerwood sleeps, blissfully unaware of the terrifying truths all around them. I wish I could tell people the things I know sometimes, but the truth is I don't think many of them could bear it.
How did you come to be here?
I started this place, in a different time, under a different duke. I impressed the Duke with my research and my work ethic, and he became possessed of the notion that I would be ideal to lead a secret network of gifted investigators. I don't know how such an idea got into his head.
She winks. How old are you? She gives a half-hearted gasp and covers her mouth with crumpled fingers. You wicked man, where are your manners? Were you raised without a shred of decency?
Ages ago. Such a strange thing to celebrate, getting closer to death. Oh, I've had my share of work done to prolong my existence, if that's what you're wondering. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not done here. There are things I still wish to learn. And I'll be the effigy if I let Bereth carry me off before I'm through.
She drops the facade.
There was a time when I considered enlisting the theorems of Pondgrum to extend my life indefinitely. I found the thought of devouring my political enemies to sustain my own life greatly appealing. I must have gone soft with age.
Are
if you are
psychic?
Hoping I can look at your hand and tell you whom you should marry, you can just wipe that notion from your mind. I do not know what will happen tomorrow. That is what I pay spies for. Being a cipher is not unlike being a watcher. You notice more about what is already there. Many can hold an object and know where it's been, or peer into the thoughts of people around them. They can also sometimes affect those thoughts, but that would be unethical, of course. A tiny,
she cocks a painted eyebrow.
Pick up so much about the world around them, they can get images of things to come, but these are fleeting and unreliable.
You said you don't know what will happen tomorrow.
I was talented. I don't. Least not that I can trust. And with me, it's only ever about one thing anyway. A
What's
quiet
that?
day at home.
She glances back behind her toward a small table, and a queer smile finds its way across her face. Is there a
There
Lord Webb?
was. He believed
happened?
in dying with dignity. He was old-fashioned that way, my husband. We saw the world very differently, he and I. But he was good to me while he lasted.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Yes?
I don't think I have other questions.
Try
Okay,
your best
farewell.
not to die out there.
Hey,
That's sad. She lost her husband. But she does seem consumed by her work, so... I'm sure her life has been exactly what she wants it to be. Curiouser and curiouser. So now we're heading to Heritage Hill to see what we can find out there. I do want to head to Cadnua, but things are keeping me in the city. Things beyond my control at the moment. I might as well investigate everything while I'm here. There was a tower or some such that I'm here for.
Good day, stranger.
Tower. Is this it? That is it. So this is the other place I said that it seemed there might be something to do there in the future. But we couldn't do anything there while we were here in the first place. So it looks like an Angwithan tower. I wonder if this guy, I forget his name already, starts with an A, I believe. I wonder if he has been always there throughout history. The massive stone door of the tower is sealed, and there doesn't appear to be any way of opening it. Speak the words you learned from the Leaden Key Acolyte. You hear rumbles and clanks from behind tumblers as the door unlocks. From hidden tumblers, sorry. This seems dangerous. I don't know if we want to be here yet. I guess we'll find out. We got 2 camping supplies.
I shall be discreet.
Undying Heritage. Get to the top of the tower in Heritage Hill. All earnings were lost to bandits. Okay, fair enough. How much longer on our... A day and 6 hours, okay. On our upgrade. Well... I mean, we're gonna have to fight... Whoa! There's a lot of enemies in here.
hey.
I think I want her to go deal with that wizard, if she can. This is only a once per rest, or twice per rest, so we're gonna save that. Okay, use that. I want you to fire on the wizard as well, if you can.
Hey.
Okay. Oh, she's stuck. Okay. Fair enough. Use them on this guy, or these guys then, and... perhaps we'll cast some magic over there. Concussive missiles. 83% chance, let's do that. Can hit a lot of guys with that, so let's do it. Okay, the wizard's down. Wow, they're really laying into my, what do you call it? Monk. Okay, do that. No, we're probably good on that stuff for now. We could cast some magic, though. Yes. Where can we hit? That seems to be hitting a lot of them. Let's do that. And Halcyon, mark one of these Darghouls. Shoot. Okay, I think we're good to go. Now, a deer. Head in there. Try the knockdown. You might as well use another stunning blow. My wolf's doing okay. Everybody seems to be busy. Oh, the wolf's not attack. Oops. Don't want you to do that. Attack there. We might as well use this. And I mean, we can. So why not? Use one of Kana's powers. Got another one of these. Let's use it. Anything else? Winding shot. Why not? You can attack the Darghoul. Okay. Attack and attack. There. It just seemed more dangerous of an encounter than it really was.
So much for you.
Excellent. Whoa. What's up with this? I guess that kind of reminds me of the thing where we were awakened. Though I don't have a clear recollection of exactly what it looked like. It does remind me of that.
Nice and quiet.
Okay. Let's take those and check them out. Crumpled page from Aldhelm's journal. Day 7, a week of study, and we are still none the wiser about this device. Trindig remains optimistic. I don't know what I'd do without his spirit. Trindig's letter. Dearest Mother and Father, you will be pleased to hear that I've learned much already since coming to the city. There are many incredible ruins nearby, and Master Grieg has allowed me to accompany him on a number of expeditions. I'm writing to you from inside an ancient Angwithan tower. There's an entire district built up around it, but the locals have mostly left the tower untouched. They have let us set up temporary living quarters here so our work can continue uninterrupted. It is an unsettling place at times, but Master Grieg has been a constant comfort, and he is quick to remind me that the things we learn from this tower may one day help us find a cure for Widewind's legacy. I'd better get some rest now. Mr. Grieg likes to get an early start to the day. All my love, Trindig. Okay.
Hey.
So the scientists were investigating the place?
Well?
Well, I guess you could call them scientists. I think they're animancers. The mattress is lumpy and smells of old straw, but whoever slept here last made it neatly. Okay, we're looking at more enemies here. A few more. Not sure how many will speed things up while I explore around. More enemies. Okay. It doesn't look like we'll be in any shortage of conflict while we're here.
Hey.
Let's start on this side. Adir, Go right into the doorway. Everyone else, follow up behind him. Okay. We'll use that. Everybody can come out of stealth. Now, we're going to want her to use her bow, because she's not going to be able to get past anyway, so... Let's see if we can take out that wizard.
So much for you.
Oh, the wolf got past. Alright, let's reposition these guys a little bit. Okay. Try the knockdown. Oh, actually, we don't even need the knockdown. Let's just try attacking. And let the enemies approach. Attack. Use this, in fact. And we might as well use this. A deer, I guess. Why don't you use second wind? You haven't used it in a while anyway. And, I mean, we can use some of our skills. Halcyon doesn't seem to be able to get in there with his attacks. There we go. Oh, a deer? What are you doing? I guess you don't need this either. Okay, use your knockdown. Wolf, attack here. You might as well attack there. You can have you attack as well. Yeah, we're good for the moment. Good stuff. We'll take all that stuff.
My eyes are peeled.
Okay, let's take our stealthy ranger and take a look around. Golden Dukes, Potion of Power. Ooh, max endurance and attack speed. Maybe we should give that to Mara. And page from Aldhelm's journal. Let's check that out. Day 2, we completed our measurements of the machine thanks to Trindig's youthful agility. Further examination is required to discover its intended use. Oops. There we go.
Well?
Let's give a quick save because we've done well so far. And yeah, we got more enemies over here.
There's something ahead.
That's just some money, but why not? I mean, just money. That's kind of an understatement. Money is important. Okay. Looks like we're running back this way to have the encounter. On our own terms. These guys can all come out of stealth and we'll set them up there.
Yes.
Okay, keep running. Oh, we got stopped. Keep running, though.
What is it?
Yeah, we disengaged, but I'm okay with that. Disengage again. Use the knockdown. And switch back to your fists and get in there. Alright, we got a skeletal wizard here, so let's take our ranged units and see if we can't attack. The wizards are not that tough. Oh my god. Halcyon, back up. Oops, not quite what I wanted to do. Oh well. It'll work for now. Suboptimal, but it's good enough. Good enough to get the job done. Now I wanted you to heal yourself, just in case. There we go.
Leave it.
We didn't really need to use... Oh, it was in fast mode as well. Oops.
Of course.
We didn't really need to use much of our
Keep an
powers
eye
there.
out.
Even though we could have. Okay, just some loot. Padding the scratchy old coverlet thickens the air with dust. No one has used this bed in weeks. Huh. So I'm assuming this is where the, everyone getting turned into undead thing happened. I don't know what to call it, event? It was an event, that's for sure. Darghoul. Couple of Darghouls. That is Darghoul, right? Yeah. Just money. Okay. Let's reveal ourselves somewhat here. Wolf, you can block this way just in case. Okay, now you can come out of stealth. Trigger everyone to notice you.
Hey.
Okay. Use the knockdown. Oops, no, use the knockdown, not run over there. Okay. You could use that now, probably. Wolf, you could get in there. Now, we got some powers we could use that are free, so why not? I mean, by free, I mean they recharge all the time. Stunning blow there. Okay. Adir, try your knockdown again. Wolf, sure, attack there. And we can have you attack there. There we are. Let's hit this Revenant with that. Okay. That guy there. Attack that ghoul. Everyone can attack this ghoul. Good enough. Attack that Revenant. Why don't we use another wounding shot here? And we got 3. So let's summon some skeletons.
Start.
There we go. Mara, keep using your powers. Attack there. Adir, please fight that guy. You know what? Use that. Nice. That's a freaking powerful attack, Adir. You're the best.
So much.
Okay. Go down there. Try this attack. Oh, Revenant's dead, so...
So much for you.
Our wolf got taken down, but he did a good job. Alright. Alright, alright, alright.
Hey,
We did it. I'm starting to gain some confidence here. Now, it might be false confidence, or
Blade in the dark.
maybe unearned confidence, but I'm feeling better about the game. And my play. Okay, let's take a look here. Come on. The scroll contains a pen and ink diagram of the Adra device running through the tower. Despite copious measurements and carefully drawn detail, it gives no indication of the machine's purpose. The works of Angwithan's a comprehensive guide.
hey.
Okay, we got more guys up here. Quite a few more, actually.
Hey. Hey.
My monk is actually becoming a fairly functional tank. Like, not to the largest degree, but she's doing way better than I thought. She used to die so fast before. I mean, I don't know if this will matter, but we'll do it. Excellent. Now, let's stealth up again. Oh, I just stealthed myself.
Hey.
Oops. Let's stealth the whole party. And we'll give it a save.
Alright,
Because we're doing not so bad. Check out the table. Sigil of the Arcane. Grants Arcane Dampener 1 per rest. What is that? Oops. Let's take a look at what Arcane Dampener is. Beneficial effects suspended for 15 seconds. Oh, so we can use... I understand. Use it to get rid of, like a dispel, to get rid of other people's bonuses that they're casting. And it just says the normal ring stuff. Sure. Ups the intellect, so we'll either give it to Aleth or Durance. Letter from Ecantha. We'll read that momentarily. Take that, and take that. Now, let's take a quick read of these. Oh, okay, one of them ended up in here, I think. Yes. Letter from Ecantha. Aldhelm, I did indeed receive your recent summons, as well as the 2 that came before it. I'd been waiting for you to present yourself on my doorstep so that I could give you my answer in person, a firm and unwavering no. I won't help you. In fact, I relish the idea of you and your team of glorified engineers sitting in that tower, sweating over the runes I've studied for years. Nothing gives me greater pleasure than knowing that my research, which you've long disparaged, is the missing piece in your mundane little puzzle. As you well know, it's knowledge I've always valued. I'm just around the corner. I encourage you to find me, should you wish to rehash this conversation in person. Ecantha. So there's somebody we need to talk to, I think. And, just give me 1 second before I read this. Folded page from Aldhelm's journal. Day 10. Patrons grow impatient with the lack of quantifiable results. They should drag themselves out of their mansions and spend a few nights here if they think it's so easy. Yeah. Well, they're probably not going to do that.
Hey.
Let's save. And continue on. Let's see what this says. The pulling, pounding energy in the machine feels even stronger up here. This place is something special. Some type of machine from the past. And I assume that the leaden key wants to do something evil with it. It's a scroll of fireball, right? Yeah. Give that to him. Though we could start giving scrolls to Durant so he can cast more combat spells. Okay, another page from Aldhelm's journal. Wonder what day this is. Day 11. Finally got out of the tower to clear our heads. Beast take the patrons. We'll finish the study on our own terms, our own time. Just as I said as much to Trindig, the sky came to life with stray lightning. I said it's a good omen, but the poor lad's spooked. Only cure for that is a good night's sleep.
Hey.
Wonder if that's what caused the incident to happen. Lots of money in here. Okay, we're good on... Like, we just need the money and the gems. That's good for us. And we'll head upstairs. I wonder how many levels there are. It looked tall. Oh, okay. What is going on up here, Aldhelm? What are you doing? We can see this whole area, huh? Standing near the device feels like being blown out by a storm gale. The stone steps hum with energy. Yeah, this looks a lot like where we were when we awakened, doesn't it?
Let's try this configuration. Still nothing. Confounded device.
This guy, so that's Aldhelm, and he looks like he's been turned undead, but he's still kind of kept his... He's a Dargul, I guess. A man hunches over the strange mechanism, his spine a sharp ridge rising from his arched back. He's barely clothed in filthy rags, and the patches of skin you see are mottled green. A spoiled stench emanates from him. He's so intent on his work that he doesn't notice you until your shadow falls over him. When he turns and sees you, he snarls and scuttles behind the Adra pedestal, only his bared teeth seem to have escaped decay. His eyes are yellowed and bloodshot, but they flicker with intelligence. He averts his gaze and holds a hand in front of his face.
Be here. What do you want?
Well, that was my timer. We'll obviously finish up with this man first. Tell me what happened here.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
He hisses. He smashes a fist into the Adra pillar, his hand making a crunching noise but doesn't bleed.
Forgive me. Forgive me.
He covers his face with his other hand.
Research. We came to do research on the tower. Some commission from gods. It hardly matters now.
He clenches his fist in concentration. Alice's lips twist in disgust. If I had a copper skeet for every fool animator whose thirst for knowledge led to disaster, well, I never would have ended up in Gilded Vale, that's for sure. Keep talking.
Something happened on our 11th night. Lights in the sky and a static charge in the air. But we were so careful. We were staying in the chambers below. Trindig, my assistant, said he saw a robed figure lurking around the tower. Wore a mask. Carried knives at his sides. A trick of shadows, I told him. The next morning we felt strange. Like we hadn't eaten in weeks. So dazed that we didn't at first notice the blood around our beds. The strange wounds that had appeared overnight. And the machine. This cursed spire. Dormant for 2,000 years. Lifeless through hundreds of our experiments. And we wake that morning to find it spinning on its own. On its own! How can we stop what we couldn't start?
Huh. As exciting as the prospect of a living machine may be, I suspect that, given mention of a machine and a mass figure both, there is another explanation.
Years I've been doing this. Years. I know how these things work, but I don't know how this happened. Nowhere to go. That's the problem. Their souls are trapped here like flies in a jar, clinging to rotting meat.
He turns to you in a sudden burst of passion. He gazes at the forsaken district beneath the tower. He gestures at the streets. Slow down. What does the machine have to do with souls?
No time to slow down. But I can explain. Hold a magnet over iron splinters and they stick, yes? Rub your hand over weir wool and the hair of your head will follow it. So it is with this machine.
A tremor of frustration runs through his face. He looks at you and runs his tongue along the edges of his fine, strong teeth. He quickly looks away.
It has the power to manipulate souls, but why? For what? And how many others lie buried in the ruins of Erglonfath? No. Focus on this one. It's imprisoned our souls in our bodies. Cut the root between essence and flesh. Left a dwindling soul stuck in a shriveling husk.
He screws his fists into his eyes. There was a stranger in the tower the night this happened?
I didn't see him. My assistant, he saw him. We laughed. Said he was spooked by the cemetery. Perhaps it was already too late. I don't know what he did. But by morning the machine was on and we were slain. People were already on the streets, complaining of neighbors and family members acting strangely.
He hesitates, his lips working soundlessly as if he can't remember or can't say his name. You're not like the ghouls in the street.
Not yet. But I will be. My body is dead. My soul, imprisoned in this corpse, only makes it seem otherwise. And as the body decays, so does the mind. Until nothing is left but the hunger. The only way to forestall the process is through a regular infusion of essence. Living flesh is the only ready supply.
Something gurgles in Oldhelm's throat and he grimaces. He heaves and retches, eyeing you strangely.
I'm not proud of any of it. Hunting men and women in the early days of the affliction. Picking off soldiers that came to investigate. But I'd do it again. I'll do it as long as I must to end this disaster.
One shaky hand scratches at his bare, sore-eaten chest.
You could help. Help me end this. Help me find sustenance.
His eyes glitter and he licks his lips with a cracked and shriveled tongue. What happened to the rest of your team?
By the time I realized what had happened, the district had already been sealed. So we fed when we needed, and locked ourselves in the tower to work. And then there came a time when the hunger struck, and there was hardly anyone left.
And you ate them, okay. How can I help?
Not your help I need, it's Harridan, shrew. Squanders her research on frivolities, then refuses to make herself useful. Runes. The runes are the last part of the puzzle. Acantha knows them. She gives them to you, and you can turn the machine off. Release our souls.
Oldhelm snarls, he shivers, scowling. Wait, runes? The Angwithan runes, she can read them. He speaks of this feat so blandly. Let's talk instead of this Harridan, Halcyon Rain. I'd pick her thought time. She wasn't here the night the machine came on, staying with her patron somewhere near, too good to be burdened with our ignorant company. I'll get the words from Ecantha.
Yes. Ecantha. She
I
was
remember
here
her.
in the district. Probably here still. Always prepared. Clever lady, that one. And perhaps you bring me something. Something to keep me sharp. Then I show you a secret about the machine. Something to make you strong.
A violent tremor racks his body. Will he accept durance?
Hey,
Okay, well, I guess I gotta end the episode here. Man, interesting. So, until next time, if you enjoyed it, please leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. This is FatherofTwo, signing off.